Ooh la la la. Ooh la la la. Ooh la la la.
Hey you guys, welcome back to another video. Ooh, a new video. Welcome back. Today I'm gonna have another sit down talking video with you guys because I like to talk and I like to talk to y'all because y'all say you like hearing me talk. If y'all don't like hearing me talk, then really just let me know. But if you do like hearing me talk, then go ahead and give this video a thumbs up at the end if you enjoy what I'm talking about today. But my dog keeps barking, so if you guys are hearing that, try to ignore it. But I have some notes for y'all today. I have this topic on my mind that I've really been wanting to speak about for a really long time. And I've seen a lot of other people talk about it, on their podcasts and just in general. And it's just something that I've noticed because people with money, they lack a lot of other things. You know what I mean? Like, money is not everything. Like, they really be lacking a lot of things internally because money comes and goes. It's really like an energy. It flows. Sometimes you're in an abundance, sometimes you're in a deficit. So increasing your value outside of money is so important. And that's what I'm going to talk about today. Like, how are you mentally? Are you taking the time to really invest in your self-care outside of journaling? What am I saying? Outside of journaling, meditating, all the basic stuff. What do you do outside of that to really pour into yourself? Do you watch sermons? Do you go to Bible study? Do you pray every day? Like, are you doing things you're passionate about? Like, do you have hobbies? Are you painting? Are you drawing? Are you working out? If the answer is no, then I'm going to give you guys some tips today on what I personally have done to increase my value outside of money. So let's get into the video. I feel like a lot of women nowadays, we take a lot of pride and we really put a lot of energy into achieving a lot of things and being successful and having our own money and, just being a boss in our own right. And that is completely okay because, girl, I feel you. I feel you because same. But a lot of people think that that's all they need to do. And that's all that makes up their personality. And that couldn't be any more false. Like, that is not the main priority, especially as a woman. Like, having our own money is important for our security and our safety. And it gives us the opportunity to be able to be independent and do the things we want to do and have safety, like a safety net and all of that stuff, and just be able to use our money. But I've had up seasons, I've had down seasons, and I think the biggest thing that's differentiated me from anybody who has been in the same predicament as me is my mindset. And my mindset has gotten to the place it has gotten because I have really taken the time to get to know myself as an individual. And now it's kind of like, even in a down season, I'm still able to do everything I want to do. Like, I don't know how. Like, I'm honestly just as shocked as anybody else that probably knows what's going on in my life right now. And honestly, side note, I'm so happy that I'm continuing to do YouTube right now. And like, you guys get to see this part of my journey. Because I know that I'm going to be very successful. I don't know exactly when, and I don't know exactly doing what. But I'm really happy that you guys are able to see. And honestly, I'm happy that later on in life, I'm going to be able to look back at these videos and be able to, tell you guys the backstory behind them. Because right now it's a little too embarrassing. But once we get to that point, we're going to get to that point. And we're going to be like besties. And y'all are just going to know, that's the best part. But anyway, I've been able to do everything that I want to do. Like, if I need to catch a couple flights, I'm able to do that. If I need to get clothes, I'm able to do that. If I need to stay, I can do that. Like, I just have gotten to a point where my energy is so magnetic and radiating. I attract everything that is here to help me on my journey, everything that I need. If I need $150.20, I'm gonna have $150.20 somehow, some way. Like, I don't, that's where I'm trying to get you guys to be at. I think one of the biggest things, one of the tips that I can give to you guys, knowledge is power. Pick up a book and read. Reading, I feel like when I was younger, I definitely fell off at a certain point, but when I was younger, I used to read books out the booty. Like, I would read books in like one day, and I'm talking about like Twilight Saga books. Like, I used to kill reading books. I was like super high above my reading class in elementary school, and I just loved reading because it helped boost my creativity, and it helped boost my vocabulary. It just helped me learn how to speak to people and talk to people, and just, especially being a creative, just get those creative juices flowing and the brain working and your imagination. And it honestly has helped me turn into the person I am today, with like this dream mentality and this dreamer mentality of chasing my dreams and my passions, and just like being able to envision and imagine myself in certain positions. And honestly, that like goes hand in hand with manifesting, and I have been able to manifest almost everything that I have really asked for. So, reading is amazing. Like, reading, I just started picking back up reading. I stopped in college just because it was too much like schoolwork mixed with the reading. I just didn't want to do it. But, recently, like this past year, I have been reading, and like, that is like the biggest thing I recommend, honestly. I'm going to suggest some books to you guys. I'm going to leave some down in the description box as well. But these are just some books that I've been wanting to read. I haven't read all of them, but I want to share them with you guys so that you guys can get them if you want to read. The first book is 8 Rules of Love by Shetty. How to find it, keep it, and let it go. This is like super big for me right now in this transition period of my life of being single again, and learning how to date the right way, and learning how to differentiate, what's good, what's not good, and being able to just experience people. Because, Lauren London said something like this before, but it's like, we're here to experience people. We don't own people. They are not our possessions. When they die, as harsh as that sounds, we are dying alone. We are simply here just to enjoy the experiences, enjoy the presence, and if the time is expired for us to be together, then the time is expired and it's time to let it go. So yeah, that's the first book. The second book is This Is How You Heal by Brianna Wiest. Don't kill me. It's gonna be in the description box. I'm gonna have links. And then another one, You're Too Good to Feel This Bad by Nate Dallas. All About Love by Bell Hooks. I haven't read that. I really want to read that because I've been seeing it everywhere, and all of the pages that I've read that people have posted, like, sounds amazing. I definitely recommend that one. I'm going to get that one next after I finish reading $1 Million Habits. That's another good book, but yeah, that's going to be my next one. And then No Prayer, No Power by Amber R. Morrison. It's a really good book too. Resisting Happiness by Matthew Kelly. Set Boundaries, Find Peace, A Guide to Reclaiming Yourself by Nedra Glover Tawwab. These names, child. The Power of Now. Moving Deeply into the Now. And that's it. So yeah, those books, all really, really good books that I personally am going to read myself. I'm thinking about starting a book club with my friends. So if I do, I'm definitely going to let you guys know. And if you guys want to join it, feel free. The next thing is definitely taking care of your body, like working out, moving your body, getting some movement in, get the blood flowing, the dopamine hitting you. You know what I mean? Like, when you start looking at working out as a blessing and a mental stability builder, your whole life changes. Like, working out, it's easier to be more consistent when you think of it that way. It's kind of like playing sports in high school or playing sports in college. A lot of the things that you learned working with a team and, playing a sport, it teaches you life lessons outside of that also translate into the same thing. It's the same thing with working out in the gym. Pushing yourself, if you feel like you can't do it anymore, pushing yourself to keep going, pushing yourself, knowing that you have it in you to keep going. Those are all things that working out has been able to instill into me, and honestly, it just boosts my overall mood. Like, if I don't work out for weeks, I feel that, and I'm low-key, like, I start getting, like, you know, depressed and, like, feeling low energy and groggy and sleepy all the time and unmotivated and all of that. But working out every single day, or at least as much as you can, really gives you that energy. And it honestly started making me look at life a little differently. Before I'm like, why am I here? But working out, as soon as I work out, I'm like, life is good. Like, what? We're great. We're doing amazing. So, you know, I think it really teaches you to not be hard on yourself. It really taught me to embrace the process. Things do not happen overnight, and working out has showed me that immensely because, y'all, I lost 30 pounds, but that was not overnight. Like, my fitness journey has been an ongoing, even now, my fitness journey has been an ongoing process for a very long time. And I'm just now starting to learn what works for me and what has changed my body tremendously. And that's just the same thing that goes for anything in life. You have to experiment, you have to learn, you have to fail, you have to succeed to really know what formula works best for you in success. And that is the biggest lesson I feel like I have learned from working out. But at the end of the day, moral of the story, just get your body moving. It doesn't have to be weightlifting. It doesn't have to be anything intense and crazy. You could do Pilates, you could do yoga, you could do something low impact like spin, bar. There's so many things. You could do swimming, like aerobics. You could do so many things. Even just walking outside, getting some fresh air every day makes a huge difference. It'll just clear all the clutter that's in your mind, honestly. I actually just had a really huge realization recently where I realized I had to shift my mindset from thinking and being upset about my circumstance versus putting thought and effort into what I want to accomplish. For example, when I was working at my last job, I hated my job. Like, I literally hated my job. And I was so stressed out, crying every day, trying to apply for new jobs. I was applying for literally any job. I didn't care what the job was. I just hated my job and wanted to get out of my job. And I would do anything I could to get out of my job. Obviously, nothing worked out for me. And I think it's because, or for example, even like not liking your living circumstance. Like, oh, I want something of my own and more stable and whatever. But what are you doing to take the necessary steps to get there instead of focusing on the situation? Because the situation is the situation. The circumstance is the circumstance. But what do you want as an individual? And also stop putting timelines on yourself, because I'm like a big timeline gal. I don't know if it's the Capricorn in me, but I need things done in the time that I put, the time frame that I chose for myself. And things do not happen on your time ever. Like, sometimes they do. Sometimes things can work out in your favor, but majority of the time, you don't have control on when things are going to happen, or when things are going to come together for you, or when you're going to get that job, or when you're going to get that apartment, or when you're going to get that car. You just have to do the steps every day that you can to become a better person, to uplift yourself, to encourage yourself, to accomplish whatever goal you have in mind. Think of the goal. Think of the steps that you need to accomplish that goal, and work on those steps and pick away at those steps every single day until you get to that point. Another big thing is changing up how you converse and who you converse with. Because if you're spending all day talking about men or other people, do you think that's going to help you get closer to your goals? Really ask yourself that question. Honestly, talking about men is not a bad thing. Like, we can talk about men. You know what I mean? Because men always, we always have something to say about a man. But if that's all you're talking about all day, every day, and if that's all your friends in your circle are talking about all day, every day, that is not going to help anybody be productive. Like, it's important to have a nice balance of conversation with the people who you surround yourself with. Are y'all talking about business plans? Are you guys talking about, religious things that'll help you guys lift each other up and pour into yourselves more? Are you guys giving each other suggestions on what to do? Are you guys bouncing ideas off of each other? Are you sending each other opportunities? Like, these are all things that you really need to focus on and hone in on, and really take a deep look at what a majority of your conversations are throughout the day. Because if all you're talking about is a man and so-and-so's lace front and so-and-so's pictures or whatever, that's not going to get you closer to your goals, sweetheart. So just focus on yourself. Like, try and talk about things that will help you. Talk about yourself, Also, another thing that I did to just increase my value and honestly, like, these things go a long way outside of internal growth and healing. Like, these things all play a part and contribute on the inside. When you really take care of yourself mentally and physically and everything on the inside, it radiates on the outside. Everything starts showing. People start gravitating to you. People start telling you things when they never tell other people things, or they start sending you opportunities when you've never even had multiple conversations with these people. Like, they just sense your energy, they sense your vibe, they sense your aura. And it's because you poured into yourself and you took care of the inside of you, your mental, your physical. And it all comes together and starts showing on the outside. But something I did was I stopped explaining myself. I'm not over explaining myself. I talked about this in another video. I'm no longer explaining myself. If you guys want to believe a narrative, you can believe a narrative. If I feel some type of way towards somebody and I cut you off, I'm cutting you off. There's no conversation that needs to be had because we're all grown. We're all at a point where we are all very self-aware and we get to decide what decisions we want to make. And if someone wants to make a decision that is going to put them in a position to possibly lose you as a friend, as a partner, as a family member, then that is something that they decided to do themselves. So you, as your own individual with your world, because it's your world and these people are literally just living in it, you can decide to cut them people off, and you don't have to explain nothing to anybody, especially a man. As a woman, honestly, because I don't know, I love to preach to my women and just anybody who has relations with men, because I just think it's important to hold your own. It's important to be able to stay secure in yourself and not get lost in the sauce. Like, don't get lost in the sauce. Stay true to you. Be strong. Stand up. Stand up. Literally. But I tell people all the time, like, I change lives and inspire people just by my presence. I don't have to say anything. I don't have to say anything. I don't have to overdo anything. I don't have to over-explain. I don't need to try and remind. You know, just from being in my presence, you're inspired. You want to change. You want to do better. And I don't have to do anything. And honestly, I'm not even in the position. You know what I mean? Like, that is also what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people come to me for advice or tell me that I inspire them or tell me that I've helped them in some way. And I'm in a position in my own life where I feel like I am at a loss. Like, I feel like I'm at rock bottom, but yet I'm still inspiring people through my struggle because of my mindset and the time I took to pour into myself to be this solid person. I know who I am as an individual on my own. Money doesn't contribute to my value. Outside factors do not contribute to my value. My outfits don't contribute to my value. My hair, my makeup, my nails. I could have nothing. And I still know who I am as a woman and as an individual, and I still have my solid purpose. I know that I'm capable. I believe in myself, and that all took time. That is not something that you just switch on in one night. Okay, 2 more things, and then this video is over. I feel like I'm getting kind of, I feel like it's getting kind of long, but, if you're still watching, give this video a thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? But another thing that's really helped me, and this is something I did in the past. I kind of do it now just by habit, but which is a good habit to have. But look at yourself in the mirror as much as you can. Honestly, for me too, filming these videos helps me a lot in this aspect, because the more you see yourself, and when you look at yourself in the mirror, you need to be talking good stuff to yourself. Ooh, girl. Ooh, we're cute. When you see yourself and when you get comfortable with yourself and what you look like and how you move, how you look when you talk, how you look like what you look like when you walk into a room, what does your presence give? When you get comfortable with looking at yourself and you get comfortable with seeing yourself, it boosts your confidence. Because now when I walk in a room, and it's something I was thinking about the other day, which is so crazy, like, us as humans, we don't see ourselves on a day-to-day basis. Like, when I'm out running in the grocery store or I'm having conversations with friends, I'm at work, you don't see yourself. You can't see yourself. Like, I don't know what other people are seeing and what they're experiencing. But now that I have gotten so comfortable with seeing myself and knowing how I sound and what I say and how it looks when I say it and how to change my facial expressions or how to maneuver a certain way, I'm able to step into a room and feel super confident and comfortable because I know what I look like. I know what I sound like. I know what my presence and my energy gives when I walk into a room. And when you know that too, you just stand a little taller, your head is a little higher, your eyes are straight, direct, like people are more gravitated to you as well. Like they want to come and speak to you. They want to know who you are because your energy is just lighting up the room. Get comfortable with looking at yourself in the mirror and talking to yourself, and quit talking to yourself negatively, y'all. This was something that I struggled with for a very long time growing up. So ugly. Oh, I don't like this about me. I don't like that about me. I just, The tongue is a powerful tool. It can harm you or it can help you. And 100,000,000,000%, I agree with that statement because honestly, everything that you say about yourself, if you put in that energy into the universe, if you believe that, if you genuinely made yourself believe that, that is what it is. That's what it's gonna look like. That's what it's gonna sound like. That's how other people are gonna perceive it because you don't even believe it. You know what I mean? Like, learn how to take a compliment. Learn how to be like, yeah, I am that girl. Thank you. I really appreciate you for recognizing the beauty that I already knew I had. You know that TikTok where it's like, this boy be in my DM say I'm pretty. I wonder if he knew. I already knew that shit. But thank you. Thank you for reiterating something that I already know. You know what I mean? When you get to that point in your life, and honestly, like, it feels so good for me to be at this point too, because I feel like I'm getting closer. I'm not even gonna say I'm 100% because healing and growing and learning is a continual lifetime process. But I'm at a point where I know who I am. I know what I bring to the table, okay? I know what I have to offer. I know what type of person I am. I know what my spirit is like. I know what my heart is like. And I'm a genuinely great person. Like, I know that. So if other people, have their own insecurities that they try to project onto me, or they're not sure of themselves, or someone comes into my life and tries to take me off my path, or I'm choosing me every time. I'm choosing myself every time. I don't care about anything, honestly. I don't care. I'm choosing me. I don't care if that means I'm putting myself in a messed up situation or messed up predicament for a temporary period of time because I always figure something out. If it comes down to me choosing someone else or choosing myself, I'm always going to choose myself. And that is why it is so important to invest in yourself and pour into yourself and find your value in yourself outside of money, outside of physical things, outside of looks, outside of clothes, outside of makeup, outside of hair, outside of money. Again, I have to repeat that because I just have to repeat that. Money does not make you you. Money is a plus. Money is an added energy, okay? Money is gonna come, especially if you're a genuine person, or money's gonna go. At the end of the day, the thing that keeps people around and keeps people in your life and keeps people invested and wanting to help you and wanting to contribute to your growth and contribute to your journey, it all boils down to how you are and the value you have as an individual person inside. Okay? So I just want you guys to know that. I just really wanted you guys to know that. That is all for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you guys have anything you want to say to anything that I mentioned in this video, go ahead and comment it down below. And to stay updated with my life, you guys can follow me on all of my socials, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. It's all going to be linked in the description box down below. And I'll see you guys in my next video.